Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Alan Evans on What's Happening Now.
Yeah, happy New Year. How's 24 been treating you so far?
Great, great. Yeah,
Busy.
yeah, it's been really crazy. Yeah, yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah, no, I mean it seems like it, and we appreciate this. We've been taking some time to just check back in with people that we talked to. Gosh, at this point, it was probably almost a year ago, getting close to that,
Mm.
and follow up on some things that maybe kind of were in the works the last time we talked. But then also, I've been keeping up with a lot of what you've been doing, kind of on the tech side of your engineering and producing work too, that I was excited to talk about. So why don't we just, I don't know, kick it off with some of the projects you've got going on right now?
Okay, yeah, no problem. Well, ooh, I'm
Where
trying
do you
to
start?
where. Yeah, seriously, where do I start? Um, okay. One thing that kind of I'm really excited about. I've reconnected with my dear old friend Peter Prince. We were in a band together a long time ago called Moonboot Lover. This is ages ago. I think I can't remember when we started, but I know I was maybe a sophomore in high school or something like that.
I have the CD.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So one day I woke up. I was getting ready to go to the gym, and this thought popped into my head. It's like, oh, I should reach out to Pete. And I hadn't spoken with him in probably a few years. Actually, I could confirm that because when I went to text him, I was like, wow, yeah, it's been a few years since our last communication. So I sent him a text, and later on that day, he got back to me. He's, oh, it's great to hear from you. It's been so. And so anyway, from that initial conversation, we got together for lunch, and then he was like, Al, I have like this song that has Tim Reynolds on it, and it's just kind of been in the can for a few years now, and I feel like it just needs like some producing and needs some editing. I don't know what I'm doing, in terms of recording and engineering. So I was like, yeah. So I went a couple weeks later. I went out to his house and ended up editing, mixing the song, and kind of producing. And he was like, well, I have a few other tunes. It'd be great if I was like, don't yet. That's all you have to say. Let's do it. So he came out here, and that turned into, I think he dropped like 20 some songs. I'm on me. So I've been mixing, and adding things to, basically just producing this album for him. And so that's been a lot of fun, just like reconnecting with Pete. And it's we all have these, or hopefully we have these kind of relationships with people, in that we hadn't spoken in years, and honestly, and it was very sparse, communication at best, since Moonboot, I shouldn't say broke up, but when Neil and I left Moonboot in 1996. But hanging out with Pete, it's like no time has passed at all. We just like, there's no oh, you have to relearn how to communicate with someone, or you're kind of catching up on things. We just like started off right where we left off. So that's been really exciting. I mean, it's just amazing songs. That dude is just man, he can write a tune. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. What else have I been working on? I mean, I
Can
can't
I
even
ask
keep
you? Can
track.
I
Sure.
ask you? Is it a full band thing, or is it just him and Tim Reynolds on guitars?
Well, okay, so there's a few songs that Tim is playing on, but essentially it is, Pete has a couple of different people who have played drums on the songs, but essentially it's like a Peter Prince solo thing, you know. And so I'm not really sure, this, again, this whole process started just by like us just kind of catching up. But as we, kind of have gotten into the process, the one thing I've been, kind of telling him or suggesting is how I approach a lot of things. It's like, man, let's not put like too many labels on what it is right now. Like maybe it's an EP, maybe it's an album, maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's Moon Boot Lover or it's Peter Prince or whatever. But I feel like, and with that, the songs, there's, because it's a collection, it's a body of work that he's just worked on over a course of years. So it's really maybe there might be 2 albums out of it. I'm not really sure yet. But the point is just to now just focus on the music. Everything else will come later when it's time. It'll all present itself, I'm sure, So, but yeah, like I said, yeah, Tim is on a few tunes, and then now I played bass on one song because it just needed it. Chris Yunker is played on a few tunes, played keys on a few songs, So, as I open up each song, I'm just kind of, putting on my producer's hat and listening to, what does it need? What doesn't it need? And just doing it song by song. But in the end, it's just been an amazing experience, excuse for us to just kind of get back together. And yeah, I mean, there's a lot of history there, what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah, I'm just having a great time with it. So that's one thing that I've been doing. But it's funny, like right before Christmas, things just kind of slowed down, as they do for everyone. So I wasn't really in the studio much, and I think January 2nd or 3rd, I got, or Kim, or maybe the combination of the two of us, I got like 3 emails from different people on like, oh, can you mix this, or can I come into the studio? Can I? And like pretty much every day since then, it's just been nonstop, So yeah, so that's why I say it's a little hard for me to keep track of what I'm working on,
And I saw, so I'm not super familiar. Is it mid one bakpakboy? You had been doing some stuff, and I had to look into this. I was like, I don't know if I know a lot about that, but I've been seeing some sessions that you've been having lately, and I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that, because I kind of dug in. I went down a little rabbit hole with all that.
Yes,
It's great. Yeah.
that's so funny, because I was actually that was the next thing I was going to mention after Pete.
Yeah.
Actually today I just sent him a master of an album that he's going to be putting out relatively soon. So I've been working with Gabe for years. I met Gabe originally in Chicago. He's, came out to Soulive shows, and he is an incredible drummer, incredible musician, incredible artist, and just a great human being. And yeah, he's just has so much music. It's just crazy. So I don't even know how many albums worth of material that we've worked on together since I think he first came out to my studio in 2017 or 18. He came out for one. It's interesting. He came out for me to mix an album that he recorded in Chicago. And I opened up the sessions and we started working. I was like, man, I don't know. It wasn't ideally recorded, I guess, or I don't know. The vibe was, so anyway, we kind of shelved it and started, and he was like, well, I'm here. and we just started working. He started working on some other music. So out of that came a few years of just music, and now we're starting to come to the part of the story where people will hear it. So that's another thing I've been working on a lot lately. So I mixed one album. So anyway, I ended up mixing that album that he originally came to me for. So that's in the can. I just finished another album for him. I think there's maybe 2 other albums that are in various stages of completion. And pretty soon, like, yeah, he's working on the rollout now. As I guess you can kind of see, he's putting little nuggets out there for people. Just Gabe is just an amazing person to work with. He's just, like I said, great human being, just really cool dude. And just so much music in him, it's just incredible.
Yeah. And he's primarily a drummer.
Primarily.
Also, right? Okay,
yeah,
but I know that's not it. I know it's not
no,
all.
no, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
and so that's actually kind of why over the years we've gotten along so well, and I shouldn't say especially now, but we talk a lot, and he's noticed. I've told him that, yeah, I don't play drums anymore. That's not part of my life. I mean, like, I've moved on to what I'm doing now. And so he's feels the same way, in that, a lot of people know him as a drummer, have known him as a drummer, but he's feeling like he wants to get more into the role of a producer, like a songwriter, composer, producer, and kind of like not rely on the drums as his form of creative expression and just livelihood. So it's been cool. We've had every time we get on the phone, we probably end up talking about an hour and a half. Some about his music, and then just a lot about life. I'm just kind of give him information. I mean, just things that I'm doing, how I see life. How my life is going, and so yeah, it's just a kindred spirits.
I was kind of thinking if you've got some other like projects that maybe you're not working on yet, but maybe you're looking forward to, or even like
Or
hoping to
anything
do,
being
this year.
released?
Yeah.
Stuff being released too.
Yeah, I guess I can't think of exactly what's going to be released. There's quite a few artists that there's there's a lot of music that's like on is well, let's see. There's the BTALC Big Band that I work with quite a bit. They
Brian Thomas is great.
yeah, man. Yeah, those cats
huge
are
fan.
amazing. So they actually recently recorded a live show that featured Fred Wesley. So I got to mix that, and that, so we're kind of so that's somewhere like in the close to complete. And then what else? Yeah, there's so many I can't even keep track. But I know Oteil and I have been talking a lot about the next few albums that he has ready, or somewhat ready to go. So we've been talking about when we're planning on going back to Iceland to record the next.
That album is fantastic, by the way. Congratulations.
Man, thank you. I just received my copy of it on vinyl the other day, and I put it on, and wow, yeah. Hey, all those cats are just incredible. The music was incredible. That whole experience was amazing, and it gave me a whole new appreciation for the Grateful Dead, for sure. I didn't grow up a Deadhead,
Right.
at all, And boy, yeah. So it was
I've
great
always,
to.
I was gonna. It's always been strange to me when I was growing up that no one ever covered Grateful Dead stuff. A lot of people cover it now, but it seemed like there was a point where it was the Grateful Dead's personal property.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, no one else can do it. But now it's come into the broader songbook, American songbook. Garrison
Mhm.
Keller the other night sang "Broke Down Palace" on his radio
Wow.
show. So
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty incredible. I mean, they're just I mean, I guess for me, it took that making that album with O'Teal to actually hear the songs, you know. And just man, incredible songwriting. It just yeah, I mean, wow. So anyway, so yeah, so O'Teal and I have been talking about like the next trip to Iceland, which I'm looking forward to. There's a few things. Obviously, he's pretty busy. You know, I think he's down in Mexico right now.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's we have a lot of work to do, and I think people are really gonna enjoy it. So, what else? Oh! I almost forgot. There's a new Soulive record coming out. I forgot about that. So yeah. So that's gonna be coming out this spring. Pretty excited about that. That was a lot
Barry
of
in the
fun.
lead there.
Yeah. We went in the studio right after those shows that we played last. What was it, last summer? Like I think the last one we did was Newport Jazz Festival, and then we just like went into the studio for a few days and had no
All new.
songs. Oh
All
yeah.
new stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it was all new. That like as soon as it was coming out of our instruments, we had no songs. We're just like let's go do it, But that's how we operate. But yeah, it was a great experience. I mean, so that's that's gonna be coming out this spring. And what else? I don't know. Yeah.
Is that
Check the website.
is that cinematics? Is that volume 2?
Volume 2, it is. Yeah.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah. But it's it is volume 2, but it's a lot different than volume 1.
I like that.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
lot different. But super, really excited with it. Yeah, we just had a great time hanging in the studio. It's funny. We had this a good friend of mine, Michael Sestaro, came and filmed everything because we were like, oh, maybe we should just capture as much as we can. Maybe we'll make a little documentary, like on how Soulive operates in the studio. And so he shows up, and he actually showed up a little late. I think we already recorded like one song, or we were pretty much finished with recording one song, So he got the camera set up and everything, and we were all mic'd up, with lav mics, and we're gonna get all because we were all like hyped on that after what was it, Get Back, it was like, the Beatles, Peter Jackson, documentary.
Right.
It's like, oh, this is gonna be great, they're gonna capture all this stuff. And at the end of this, the whole session, I was talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do," because he was like, "Yeah, you guys don't really talk in the studio," and it's kind of funny. We don't. We literally, it's just like we're just okay. Say a couple of things here, and then we just start playing. And then I was, I had like another Pro Tools rig going, recording all our lav mics, So I was like, okay, when I get a chance, I'll send those off to Mike, So I opened up the session, and literally you could see the waveform was just like, oh, there's someone said something there, and then like 20 minutes later, oh, that's something, and all it was like Neil going, yeah, okay, cool, all right, and that was it, So I don't. So yeah. So our ideas for a documentary just went out the window. But we do have some like really cool. He edited some really great footage to the songs that we recorded. So it felt. I mean, it felt really good. I mean, and that's again going back to like you asked me about playing at the Blue Note or whatever. It's like so much of our communication is nonverbal. You know, I mean, we just know we just know what to do. You know, so and you can definitely feel that in this new recording. You know, so it's like it's just where we're at right now, or where we were when we recorded it. Yeah, at that moment. You know, the thing for me is just like, you know, we don't need to make turn it out again or any, you know, we already did that. So it's just whatever comes out, it's going to come out, and that's what happened. So yeah, we're really excited about it. Yeah.
Nice. We'll keep our eyes open and ears open for that one. Yeah, I'm glad we got a chance to talk about that.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Got it. Well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, I love hanging out talking with you guys. It's great.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.